Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I figured I'd come on and see if we can fix these gnomes from last night. So, I left out all my supplies last night, which is not ideal. I don't suggest doing it, but we went to dinner for my mom's birthday. It was a last minute decision. I was going to come back down here and go live last night, and I didn't. I was tired, so. Since I didn't get to do that, I'm down here today and we'll go ahead and go live. I'm just trying to share us here into my group real quick. I really could use my buddy's help, but he's not been very into helping me lately. All right, I got it shared over here. Hey, Tracy, good morning. Good morning, Carol. All right, so we always say that you can fix any painting, right? Well, we started this last night and I was not in love with it. I think I'm going to stick with just pink, red. I think just pink and red and white. Regular traditional Valentine colors. So let me tip you guys down. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to paint over some of these in white. Like I said, I didn't clean up my mess last night, so these are kind of crunchy. I might have to cut the ends off of them. I do suggest cleaning up when you're done and not leaving your paintbrushes and stuff out, but you know, sometimes life happens. So I did not get to that last night and it'll be all right. So we got our pink and red. I'm gonna get some white on here real quick. I'm probably gonna get out the heat gun so that way I can move the process along a little bit quicker. I think that I ended up doing too many colors yesterday. So I'm just gonna stick with pink and red, I believe. Let me grab out the heat gun and get that ready. And we'll start painting some white over top here. Hey, Carol, thank you. What's up, Chris? I'm on the live right now, so it'll be a little bit. I told you later when you're helping me cut orders, okay? All he wants to do is play games all day long. Good morning, Maddie's Mercantile, so I'm guessing Maddie. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? All right, I think I'm going to leave this one pretty much how it is, but I'm going to make the pants on here red. Let's see if they're all stuck together. And then, let's see what brushes I got in here. I left my brushes in the water and everything, so I don't recommend doing that. It was only overnight. It shouldn't have ruined them. They should be all right, but it's better if you don't do that. So, and then once we get all the paint situated on here, once we get it fixed how we really want it, or how I really want it, I should say, then I'm going to go through and we're going to do some stripes and polka dots. We're going to make these little gnomes super fun. Pants pink, red gnome has red paint, hold on a minute. Red gnome has red pants. I'm going to do just pink and red on all of them. They're all going to come off. I'm going to go over some of these right now with some white paint, and we're just going to redo them. So he's going to be all pink and red. So this is his pants right here, and then he's got like leggings or whatever. Ooh, see if I can squeeze it in here without getting paint all over everything. There we go. So each gnome's going to be pink and red, but they're kind of going to be different. So like this guy's hat's going to be red. This little heart will be pink. We're going to like alternate every other one. Good morning, Bernie. Good morning, Amanda and Mary. Let's see. I'm going to take the love signs off of here. And I'm just going to focus right now on fixing up our gnomes. So we got a red, or good golly, a pink hat. We're going to have a red hat, a pink hat, and a red hat. Okay. So what I'm going to do to these ones is put some white on them, get the white dry, and then repaint them in the colors that we want them. So I thought this would be a good lesson for everybody. Some people I know are afraid of painting and messing things up, and you really can't mess up with paint. You can paint over anything. You can sand this down if you had to. Black is harder to fix, but even black can be fixed. So I wanted to come on and do this live so that way anybody that's scared of messing up with painting, you can see just how easy it is to fix things. And it might take 2 coats to go over top of things sometimes to fix them, but You can't ruin a painting. All right, so this one I'm gonna set off to the side. I'm gonna get some white on here and then I'll dry those. This one's really light, so this one should definitely only need one coat to get it fixed. And then I know you guys want to see the leaners too. I still have to cut them down and I need to reach out to the customer to verify colors before I start painting. I think I know exactly what I'm doing, but I want to just make sure before I start on them. So I'll plan on going live and working on leaners either later today or even tomorrow. I'm thinking later today though. All right, so let me throw the heat gun on these a minute. Hello, Sarah. And all of this is going to get a second coat too. I mean, the white still needs a second coat on the beards. I never got to the second coat part. Hey, Kim, how are you? But for now, we're just going to work on color correcting and then getting the rest of it together. This is probably going to take a while too, so I'd love to have y'all stick around with me, but if you can't stick around, I totally understand. You can always pop back in later, watch the replay. I like to stick these up on YouTube when I'm done with them so they're easier to find. The blue's still sticking through on this one, so I'm going to go over it with another coat of white. It will probably be fine because we're going over it with red. But if we were doing pink on it, for sure you'd probably want to do another coat of the white just to make sure that the color that you actually want on top shows up really good. We got a couple of orders to get cutting. I think we're going to start those today. I got a couple of porch leaners that I've got to do. So we've got a busy day. Yes, it is on the store now. Yep. So just dizzydesigner.com. I forgot to tag it in the comments above, but I did put it on yesterday's video. So if you want to scroll back to yesterday's video, it's tagged. Otherwise, just go to dizzydesigner.com and you can go to, I think it's listed. It should be listed under the DIY blanks, but I've been bad at putting them where they belong lately, so it might not be exactly where it should be. If you search newest to oldest, though, it should be one of the top ones, so that would probably be the easiest way to find the link, or I can share it with you when we're done here. All right, just doing a second coat of red on my heart there. I think I'm going to go gnome to gnome right down the board to finish them up, except for where I need white, but once I get this one done, I'll kind of know what I want to do with the rest of them, and I'll get the white on there so that we can get them repainted. Never mind my hair or my face. We went out to dinner, like I said last night. It was a last-minute decision. My mom didn't want to go out to dinner, and then she decided that she did, so we went out to dinner. Right after I got off my live, I didn't go on the treadmill like I planned on. I ended up being really dizzy and sick last night, so I went to bed, and I've been laying in bed. I've been awake since like 5 o'clock this morning, but I've been laying in bed just resting this morning. Thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa. I appreciate it. I'm doing better this morning, Cynthia. Like I was just saying, I didn't feel the best last night, but I am feeling better this morning. I think I just needed a good night's sleep. How are you doing today? Oh my goodness, these are going to be so darn cute when they're finished. I can't wait to get the polka dots and stripes on there. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. Stars. I'm sorry, guys. I'm totally out of it. Oops, I got some red. I must have had red on my finger. Yeah, I got red on my hands. All right, so there's his little beard. I'm going to do his second coat of pink on his hat. I need another, let's see, that one's going to be too big. Let me find another little brush here. Let's go with this one. Thank you. I appreciate that as well. That's helpful, super helpful. I appreciate it. All right, second coat of pink. Brighten this guy up, girl, whatever. I never know with gnomes. Gnomes can be guys and girls, right? Do they all have beards, though? These are probably all guys because they all have beards. I don't know. All right, there we go on that. So kind of stick it back together here. Got our little heart. Oops, it hangs this way, not that way. Can you guys see over here where I'm at? Let me point you this way a little bit more. There you go. Sorry about that. Our little nose. Got our little body down here. There's some paint pooling in the bottom, so I want to clean this up so that way it doesn't get all over my white beard. If I can get in here with this little rag. Nope, I'm gonna have to let that sit and dry some more because the paint kind of pooled in there, and if I rub it on here, it's gonna get all over. You know what? I want to brighten this black up too, so I'm gonna go ahead. Thanks, Carol. And add a little bit of black to my palette and put some more on these shoes as well. I wasn't planning on that, but since I'm putting the second coat on everything else now, the shoes look kind of dull. So I'll just go over them really quick. All right, so then my next gnome, we're going to do, where did my hats go? Oh, here we go. This one's gonna be red. I'm trying not to go like I did last night because then I got kind of off track and I didn't get my colors where I wanted them. So I'm trying to just go one gnome at a time. So we're gonna start with the hat so that I know what pieces I want, what colors. I do really love the Papa Blue. This color is my favorite, this Caribbean color, but I think it was just too much. Too much for me to handle, at least. Maybe somebody else can pull it off. Oops, I see some orders coming through. Thank you. Anything that's ordered this weekend should be shipped out by Thursday at the latest. I usually ship on Mondays and Thursdays, if you read my policies on my website. And my turnaround time is 3 to 5 business days. So, and I put that on there because sometimes I'm too sick on the weekends to do anything. But typically, if you order on Friday, it's usually going to ship on Monday or Tuesday. I try to be really quick. All right, let's set this down gently so we don't mess up. There we go. Go back over his white. Oh, look at his pants were the perfect color because the hat was going to be, look at that. That was done accidentally, but perfectly. All right, let's see. White, let's go over our beard. Anybody have any big fun plans for the day? It's pretty nice here for the middle of January. I mean, it's cold. It's like 6 degrees here, but it's sunny and there's not any fresh snow today. So I call that a good day for January in Michigan. Ooh. There we go. So I'm just going to alternate them. Every other one will be slightly different. I'm gonna do a second coat of pink on this guy's pants. I think I did these with the sponge yesterday, which is probably why I'm getting the, I'm pretty sure I did, which is why I'm getting the paint in between. Because it leaks over the edges more. If I do it with a sponge, it stays a lot cleaner. threw that on there to let those start drying. I don't think I need to go over this with white, to be honest. I'm going to try to just go over it with the pink, right? Yes, with the pink and see. If it don't turn out, then I'll go over it with white and redo it again. But I think it'll be all right. Oops. My printer got delivered while I was gone yesterday, but I'm still waiting on the ink because I'm actually converting an Epson printer to a sublimation printer. So there's my pink cat. 12 to 18 inches of snow. Oh my goodness, Cynthia. Thanks, Elizabeth. Where are you located at again, Cynthia? We've still got snow on the ground from our last little burst of snow. Last weekend we had, I think it was last weekend, but there's no fresh snow today, so I'm like, yay, that's a good day. I think that's almost dry, but I still don't want to stick it on there and get it on my little gnomes. All right, so this heart is going to stay red because it goes to this next guy. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the second coat of red on here. Hello, Andrea. Thank you so much. Hello, Barbara. Anybody I'm missing, I'll come back through and say hello to later. I think I got to all the comments yesterday. Facebook was being weird last night, so if I didn't get to you last night from the live, I will definitely get back to you throughout the day. I do try to answer back to everybody. Oh, wow. And you got that much snow. Wow. I guess it's typical of this time of year probably, but that just seems excessive. I'm ready for spring already. By the time Christmas is over, I've had enough winter and it really hasn't even started yet at that point here. All right, so then we got our pink heart here. And he's got pink pants that are still wet, so we're gonna leave those there to keep drying. Go over his boots again real quick. I'll probably come on, let's see, today's Saturday. I think after I do this, I'm going to move the office around a little bit down here and then start working on some of the orders that I have to cut. Got quite a few again this weekend, so it's gonna take me multiple hours to get them all done. So I might cut for an hour or so and then let's see, I don't even know what time it is right now. I'll probably go live at like 4 o'clock tonight to do the porch laners is my guess. 4 o'clock Eastern. Just trying to give you guys an idea so that way if you wanted to be live for that, you can. All right, so those three are good. This one's good. I'm gonna have to do another layer of red on here. I think it's kind of still got some white streakiness in it, so I might do that again just to make it super bright. But then again, I might not have to with the design on it. We'll have to think about that in a second. Preston was down here playing, and now I don't hear him anymore. He must have gone upstairs. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. I heard him. Hello, Lucy. Do a second coat of pink on this one. But I mean, really, if you guys didn't see at the beginning that this was blue, purple, pink, and red, like it was all multicolors, you really can't tell now. You can fix any painting, and that was my point of this, coming on and doing this live with you guys, is just showing you that it's super easy if you make a mistake to fix it with paint. You just need to, especially with acrylic, you just need to let it dry all the way and then go back over it with whatever color you want. Sometimes you want to sand it down. It just depends on the project. But for the most part, you can just paint over it with white and then start over with whatever color you want. All right, there's our little gnome beard. I'm gonna set it off to the side to dry. I'm gonna do this little guy's beard. Oops, his nose got stuck yesterday. Kansas City is where I live. We have 3 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. Carol, oh, the freezing rain is the worst. It was frozen. I'm awful with my days right now. I cannot remember. I have no idea where I'm at or what's going on. I think it was last week that we had some freezing rain, or maybe it was during this week, earlier this week. A lot of the schools were closed. All right, I'll let that beard dry. So pink, he doesn't have bottoms. Oh, he does have bottoms. All right, so his bottom's going to be red, which I can probably just paint right over instead of going over with white. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. He is a sweet young guy. He can be a butt sometimes too. He's a teenager, but he's sweet for the most part. Very helpful most of the time. If there's yard work to do, that's his favorite. He'd rather do yard work than anything else. I homeschool for anybody that's new and doesn't know that. And he would ask if they can all be butts. Yes, they can. He will ask if it snows or if the yard needs mowed. Can I go out and do that instead of doing school? He'd much rather do that than work on school any day. So I have to get him going and tell him you can definitely do the yard work, but you have to get your school done first. So then he gets his school done super quick so he can spend the rest of the day out in the yard doing whatever he needs to do out there. So he wants to have his own lawn care business one day. We'll see if he changes his mind, but that's his goal at this point. All right. Oh, wait, no, this one's not supposed to be a red bottom. What did I do? That's all right. It's okay. No big deal. I'm going to kind of wipe it up. I wanted this to be a pink bottom because it's got a pink heart. So that was supposed to be opposite and I messed up. That's okay. Did I mess up on all of these? Why do I got 3 red ones? Guys, I'm doing it again. Yesterday's live was a total hot mess. Started off by dumping the tray of gnomes over and having to find where the pieces all went back together. Okay, so he's correct. He's got a red heart, a pink hat, a red bottom, pink leggings. He's gonna have to have maybe pink mittens and a red L for him. I think I'm gonna finish him. Once he's finished, it'll be easier, I think, to go through and finish the rest of them. Hello, Dorothy. So we're gonna go over this blue with white because we're gonna change that color out. You guys, and this is true for, like, I know a lot of people love the dollar store crafts, but they're not exactly what you're looking for, like, to match your decor or something. You can buy a lot of stuff from the dollar store and come home. Sometimes you need to sand it down, sometimes not. Sometimes you can just paint. And you can change out the colors of whatever you find. So it's not just fixing your mistakes, but this is so if you see something in the store that you love, but it's not the right colors and you want to change it out a little bit, you can do that on most things as well with the paint. I've tried it on some things that I didn't like the way they turned out, but most stuff I think works out well that way. Okay. Second coat of red there will make that look nice and bright. Running out of space here. Okay, and then what did I say for the mittens? I think I said pink on the mittens. And a red L. And again, these will need a second coat in a second here. I'm gonna run the dryer over this stuff real quick. Hey Linda, I haven't seen you on in a while. Love to paint things white and then they're ready. Yes, absolutely, Cynthia. I think I jumped ahead of myself and maybe painted some of these pants the wrong colors, but we'll get them fixed. I'm gonna do one more coat on this white because that blue's still sticking through pretty good. Hello, Joy. All right, now we'll do our little L red. And it'll probably want a second coat of red on it, even though I have the 2 coats of white, just to make it nice and bright to match the rest of them. So I'm gonna set that there to dry a minute, do a second coat of pink on these little mittens real quick, and our first little gnome's gonna be fixed. I say fixed, not finished yet, because I still want to do some details on it, but our color correction on him is finally finished. I should have taken a picture of this before. I wonder if I did. I don't think so. I'll have to go back through the last video and see if I can get a screenshot to do like a side-by-side of how we fixed them. Good morning, Robin. Hello, Kathleen. Okay, I'm gonna let these sit here a minute. This hat should be, looks like it's close to dry, so let me finish drying this quick. So then his butt's supposed to be pink. I feel like this is not very pink, so it's gonna need another coat. Oh, perfect, that's the right one. I was wondering if I painted the wrong bottom to it. So I'm gonna do another coat of pink real quick because it's kind of got the, I think it was blue or purple underneath here. It's kind of still showing through just a tiny bit. So one more coat of pink should cover that up. And then this little guy's finished. Except for his hands, of course. So maybe I didn't mess up too bad. Maybe this is right. That would be awesome. This one's burgundy still because it had blue underneath it. Is this not the right spot? Yes, it is. Why is it not? Oh, because it's stuck on my nose. Huh. There we go. Oh no, it was still wet underneath there. Now I'm gonna have to, hopefully, it's all right. I should be able to fix that little spot. There's a little bit of red underneath there, peeking out. Okay, first gnome finished. Second gnome just about finished. So this one's got pink mittens. So let's do red mittens over here, and then it'll have a pink O. So I'm gonna go over this red with white, otherwise that's not gonna change our color. The pink won't be the right color, I should say. Let that dry. Gonna do some red mittens. Fabulous Saturdays. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing this morning? right, so we got one little mitten, two little mittens. Oh my goodness, wasn't there like a book as a kid, the mittens that lost, no, not the mittens, the kittens that lost their mittens. All right. Little red mittens. We'll have a pink O in a minute. This one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix or if it has to be done white first, and that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back over this one with white because it turned burgundy because I didn't do white underneath or over top of. I think I had blue pants on this one, and so the red turned darker, which I don't want. I want them all to match as close as possible. So we're going to paint over that with white and let it dry a minute. So that'll be red bottoms. This one's going to be pink bottoms. So I'm going to paint over this one again because I messed this color up as well. Right? I think I'm doing this right. It don't matter now. I've already put the paint on it. If not, we'll just fix it again. Let that sit there and dry. His little beard is dry now. Little gnome's nose is right in the way. Love the tiny mittens. They're so cute, aren't they? My goodness, little guy, work with me here. There we go. All right, so a pink heart. This pink's not like I wanted either, so let's do another coat of pink on here to make it brighter. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Same with this hat. I think I'm going to do another coat of pink on it. Just a little bit streaky looking for me. You can kind of see the white underneath where I tried to cover up the previous color. Let that sit over here and dry. This should be good. And because we're going over pink and it kind of looks pink because it was red and we went over it with white, I think that it'll be fine. Yeah. It didn't need a second coat of white is what I was trying to say there. Probably will still put another coat of pink on it, but I've been putting a second coat of all the colors anyways, so that's not unusual. Let's see if I can clean this. Got a bunch of color inside of it. Okay, so red heart, pink hat. It's gonna have a red bottom then, which I think this is almost ready to paint. So, hello Joan. Hi Lori. Wendy, how are you? I think we should be good. We can go right into our red from here. Right, pink hat. Yes, red bottoms. I don't want to keep going over top of them a million times if I keep making mistakes. I mean, you can, it won't hurt it, but at some point it would definitely need to be sanded down. All right, I'm gonna let that sit over here. I'm gonna do his boots again. Make those nice and bright. Guys, we're almost done with our color correction. Then we can go on and add some fun details. I'll even glue it all together and get the string on for you guys live today since we're not on a time frame. Schedule, whatever you want to call it. All right, and then while I got this out, I might as well just do this guy's boots black because they're going to be black anyways, so we might as well just get them out of the way. There we go. And then we'll need a set of pink mittens again. So let's do, whoops, I gotta rinse that. I stuck black in there. Accidentally let my black brush touch my light pink, and that would be a disaster. So, all right. First coat of pink for our mittens here. Let those sit and dry. Here's our little O. Is going to need a second coat of pink, so let's get that on here now that this is dry. This one definitely takes a little bit more time, so if you don't want to sit and paint for a while, then it might not be for you. But if you like painting, if it's relaxing to you like it is to me, then this would be the perfect kit, because it's going to take you a little bit. Especially if you're like me and you mess up. If you don't mess up the first time, it might not take you as long. It won't take you as long, but I just did not love it when we finished it yesterday, and I wanted the colors to be different, so sometimes things don't turn out the way we want them to the first time. All right. He's going to need another coat of red, I think, on his little bottom. Where did my red brush go? Here it is, it fell off. I'm getting super excited now to see it all done. Pink hat should be dry. Oop, almost. Almost. Hello, Lori. Pink mittens. He's got too wet of a little butt to do that yet. Got our little pink O. Go on here for love. This bottom's gonna be pink. Loving the colors. Oh, you missed us yesterday? Yesterday was a mess. I started off by picking up the little tray and all of the gnomes fell apart. So that was fun trying to put them back together. We did a puzzle yesterday, and then the colors didn't turn out how I wanted them. I was getting flustered by the end, so was not the best live. You didn't miss anything. Hello, Margaret. All right, so if we've got a red hat, red bottoms, is this right? Red, pink. Oh, no. Pink bottoms. Red, pink, pink bottoms. So he's going to have red leggings on this one. It seems like it would be simple, but then maybe I just overcomplicate things. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have all these colors. It's going to be so cute. The hats, like everything was going to be different. And I overcomplicated it and made a mess of it. And then even now trying to fix it with just red and white, or red and pink, is kind of confusing with all the different parts. Sorry, I had to take a little drink. Okay. So his little boots are going to sit on the sides here. Our V is going to be red, so since it's on pink right now, I should be able to paint right over it with no issues. No need to do white first on there. And then our E is purple. However, I did find out that it didn't work very well going right over it with pink. So I'm gonna go on here white first and let this dry. And then our E is gonna be pink. that sit there and dry a minute. These mittens are going to be red again. Get those done. Would have been confused. Yes. Oh my gosh. It was confusing, and since it was live, like if I would have done it, you know, when I was by myself, I probably wouldn't have been as flustered, but I was live. I was on a schedule. I was on a 45-minute time slot for Craft Around the Clock, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not getting done. I felt really bad. So yeah, yesterday's live was an absolute disaster, and I apologize to anybody that was here, but I'm trying to make it right now. Okay. I need to dry this again because it's still got red in the creases of the cuts. This pink one's ready to go on over here. I got so much paint on my hands. I hope it's all dry so I'm not spreading paint colors where they don't belong. And then his little legs will go down here. I'm going to do another coat of red on his mittens. Okay. Got a little glob of paint there. So we got red mittens for this mister. I'm going to do another coat of red on our V. And that one's going to be done. I can't tell if there's anything wet on that on the bottom, so I'm not going to put it on there yet. I think that's dry enough now. Let's move his hands out of the way. There's some wet paint in here that needs to be sanded down probably. There we go. His little feet go sideways here like he's sitting on his butt. He's doing the splits. He's got the V. Our E. Oh my gosh, we're almost to the fun part. Oh, thanks, Lori. I felt a little silly yesterday. This is gonna need another coat of pink. It's just too light still. So I'm gonna let this kind of dry on its own a minute real quick. And then we're gonna start doing some fun things. So I'm gonna do some stripes and some polka dots on the hats and the leggings and things like that. Maybe the hearts even. Maybe even the letters. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to overcomplicate things too much and confuse myself again. Hey, bud. I'm on live. Hold on, I can't hear you. You what?
Say bye, guys.
No, I'm on live. I'm gonna be... I love you too, buddy. All right, and there is our E. So now let me show you guys. There we go. He looks so much better, but we're still not done. If you want to hang around, I'm going to put some cool things on here. So I'm going to throw all these brushes in here. I don't think I need this one. I'm going to use this one for the end, though, I think, for some polka dots. Okay, so let me see. Let's do, I want the leggings to have stripes on these guys. So we're gonna do white stripes on each of the ones that have leggings. And then, should I do stripes then on their hats as well? Or should I do stripes on the opposite hats and polka dots on their hats? If they've got striped leggings, should they have Yes, that's the best way to word it. If they have striped leggings, should they have striped hats as well, or polka dot hats? Thank you so much, Carol. Hello, Melanie. I need to find an itty bitty brush so that I can do my stripes. It might be this one. I don't think I, oh, here we go. Here's a much smaller one. This one will be better. Same, Cynthia, so stripes, we want stripes. Okay. I'm gonna get started on the stripes real quick. I got the tiniest brush that I could find to put little stripes on here. So they're not gonna be super big and noticeable, but the legs are super tiny, so we don't want them to be super big. Wendy, this is on my website, dizzydesigner.com. And I didn't worry about lining them up either. Maybe I should have, but I did not. So yeah, they look a little off, whatever. We're not gonna be that particular. Hello, Lori. See, super little stripes. So maybe, just a thought, and let me know what you guys think. So if I'm gonna do the stripes on the hats to match the leggings, should I maybe do polka dots on their hats and letters and then do stripes on the opposite ones? Or would that be too much? Should I just stick with stripes on the hats? I'm gonna do different kind of stripes. So this one's gonna have I'm gonna do like sideways stripes on this guy's hat. Maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know. Now I feel like they're getting curved and they're not supposed to. I think that's all right. So we'll do stripes over here. New from California. Hello, Glenda. Thank you. Just on the hats, not on the letters and things. Okay, let's get that part done and we'll just put it all together and make sure that's what we're still thinking. Let's do, I do kind of like them sideways. Maybe I should go sideways the opposite direction because then these ones would have polka dots on it, so. I'm gonna do opposite because look, this is why I'm gonna explain it. If I do stripes on both of these hats, then you've got two polka dots together and they're not every other one. Yes, Wendy, I think I like that better instead of trying to be too, I think I'm gonna do polka dots on this one. Leave the stripes there and then these stripes I'll do different. We'll just kind of make them all different. So I'm gonna switch to this one. It's got a bigger end and I'm gonna put polka dots on it. Just dip it in the paint. And we do some polka dots. And I usually get about 3 polka dots before my paint starts to get thin, and then I re-dunk it in the paint. Okay. Some polka dots on this one. I still think it would be kind of cute if we put some designs on the heart and the, leave the, whoops, got a white dot on there. Leave the mittens, I think, plain colored, but maybe make our letters and our hearts have some different. It is very hard with 4, you're right. If there was just like 2, maybe even 3 might be easier, but the 4 definitely is throwing me off a bit. I like the idea. I think you said zigzags. I think that was you, Wendy. Let's see here. Oh yeah, wavy lines. That's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to do some wavy lines, and I'm going to do them kind of this direction, I think. Here we go. Maybe instead of doing just plain polka dots on this one, I'll put like little tiny hearts. I'll see how that works if I can do it. Thank you, Melissa. See if we can do little tiny hearts on here. I don't think that I'm gonna do that. I think that's gonna be too much for me, too much. Let's do, I think I'm gonna go just do polka dots on here again though, just to make it different, because if I do some type of line, then you got 3 lines in a row. This is giving like 2 dots at a time, so funky. I don't like the way that's doing that. Let me switch brushes. Let me find this one maybe. It's supposed to be fun. Thanks, Wendy. Yes, it is supposed to be fun, not so stressful. I could do, oh wait, hold on. I got an idea. What about my little bouncer thingies or whatever you call those? Let's do, run a little bit of pink back over top of this to cover that little bit of white that I just smeared all over. And then bear with me just a second. On the other side of my table here, I have some little polka dotter things. Let's see. Let me dry this real quick. Do like giant polka dots. They're giant polka dots for the little gnome. At least they're not giant, but they look giant on the gnome. Ah! Thank you so much for making that comment, Wendy, because that's where that idea came from. All right, so they're all different now. What do you guys think? Should they be finished? Or should we put some designs on the word love? Or you think that's good enough? Let me know. I kind of like it just how it is, and then I'll go through it with some white and black and outline some things and add some highlights and things like that. So I think I'm leaning towards just leaving it and calling it done. What do you guys think? Should I do anything on the letters or leave them how they are? Oh, I love the way that turned out. I might go over it with a second coat. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it, I think. I'm going to do a second little pounce on each of these dots just because they didn't fill in all the way. I want it to be a little bit more full. Thank you, everybody. even think I'm going to outline everything like I normally do, but I am still going to go in with a black marker and at least throw some black outline-ish type of marks. Let me grab my string here and I'll get that stringed and ready to hang as well. Let's go. Maybe about this much. And I like the ends to hang out. Some people like them behind, but I kind of like them in front. So I'm going to stick this through the back. And then I tie a knot in it so it doesn't go through. See, just like that. And then I'll do the same thing over here, just tie it through the back. It's probably way longer than I need it to be, maybe about here. And then if it's too long, if the strings are too long, I'll just cut them off from the front. So like this one's definitely too long, but I kind of like a little bit of it hanging there, so I'll probably leave about that much. All right, it looks like you guys voted to leave it, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. Let me get out my glue. We'll glue it all down, and then once it's all glued, where did my glue go? Here it is. Once it's all glued together, then I'll go through with a marker and put our final touches on, and we'll be all done. My daughter gave me a towel. I had to frame it. They said keep it. All right. And the glue I'm using, because everybody always asks, I'm using Stick Fast today. Super sticky, dries pretty quick. Let's see, this guy goes up farther. Here we go, like this. And the reason I know that is because there's little lines underneath the gnomes that show me where they go. Otherwise, I would have no idea and I would just put them wherever. But it does have little guides on here for you. All right, this part is where it could get a little bit complicated trying to get the nose and everything in the place that they belong lined up. I don't think it's going to dry that fast that I have to worry about it. I could probably move it around a little bit if I need to. Guys, if you're new to me, you're not following me yet, make sure you hit the follow button. I will be live again this afternoon, about 4 o'clock, I'm thinking, Eastern time, working on some porch leaners. I've got 4 different designs to do this weekend, so I think we'll either do a Valentine or I have a Easter one to do, so we'll either do Valentine or Easter together later today. I'm going to glue all the gnomes down first, and then once they're down, I'll put the pieces back on top of them. Thank you, thank you. Glue bottle again? Yeah, absolutely. Stick Fast. I got it on Amazon, so you can just order it on Amazon if you're in the US for sure. I don't know about other countries if they have it, but definitely in the US you can get it on Amazon. Uh-oh. My paint wasn't dry all the way, so the paint stuck to the board. Hello, Priscilla. How are you? I can't believe he didn't pop his head in here to say hi to you guys today. He just came in and talked to me. Oh man, see what I mean about the noses? They're kind of hard to line up. There we go. Not too bad, just a little bit of finagling. What I really like about this glue, A, is it's fast drying, but B, it doesn't have a smell to it, and it's got the little stick. So it's easier to maneuver without getting all over, but if you do get it on your hands, super, super sticky. So you want to be careful with that. Like I would not let my son work with this. He can use the E6000. It doesn't bind or adhere or whatever super quick, but I would not let him play with this one. And yes, he's 13. He's almost 14. I keep calling him 14, but he's not quite 14. Let's put your hands down here so it looks like you're holding that L up. Usually by the time you're getting the glue on everything, by the time I get to the end of this piece should definitely be completely dry and ready to be picked up and moved around, hung up, whatever. Hello, Jill. How are you? All right, I glued him all down, right? Yes, he's glued down. L-O. I also have not noticed with this glue, like sometimes you get the stringy glue boogers, I call them. I haven't noticed that with this glue. Probably because it dries so fast, but like with the E6000, sometimes you get the strings of glue that you have to like take off your piece. This is not completely dry yet, so I want to be very careful with it. Oh, yes, that piece all just stuck together. See that? I'm going to leave it all together. It'll be easier to glue and replace where it goes. Hello, Kay. Let's see, we're almost done, almost done. Sorry guys, it's not as easy to chit chat with y'all while I'm gluing, but if you're sending me comments, I'll definitely read them later anyways, even if I don't respond right now. One more little guy to glue and then it's finished. And see, not hard at all to change out the colors. Took some time, yes, it was almost like repainting the whole thing again, because we did, but you can definitely fix it. If you don't like the way it turns out the first time, you can go back and change it. Look at that, those pieces stuck together too, not the nose, but the pants and the beard. That makes it easier to glue it back down. Look at that, I didn't mean to do that. It'll dry clear, but I don't like the gunk to be on there if I can avoid it. So if I do have that happen, I just kind of clean it up real quick. And then I smudged this up here, goofball. Okay. He either went back upstairs or he's just super, super quiet. Hello, Shelly, sorry. I was gonna call you Sheila. I looked at it and looked away too fast. I feel like his leg's crooked. It's all right, he's a gnome. Thank you, Wendy. I love working with these items myself. And so I wanted to be able to bring them to you guys. Painting is what I do to relax and feel kind of normal, so. Ooh. Some of my friends and I call it our paint therapy time. So I know if we enjoy it, that other people have to enjoy it as well. All right, I think that was all my pieces. I'm still going to be really careful holding it up because the end of it's going to be a little bit more fragile still. It's still bonding. Clean up my extra brushes here real quick. All right, there it is. Let me hold you guys up here real quick. Yes, the best therapy if you ask me, and cheaper than going to actual therapy. So there we go. There's our little love sign with our gnomes. I'm not gonna hold it up too long because the other day my gnome did slide a little bit and I didn't notice it and it didn't dry in the exact right spot. Not a big deal, but I get kind of picky about that stuff. Okay, I will be teaching this at the end of the month on the 29th. I believe my time is 6 p.m. Eastern time. And the Creatives Coast to Coast group. So if you're not in there yet, make sure that you give us a follow. I will post the link for the group when I get off of here. I will try to respond to all of the comments later on throughout the day. I will be back on later today to work on some porch leaners, and I'll get your orders out to you as soon as possible. I'm hoping to have everything shipped out by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest this week from this weekend. If you have any questions or anything, let me know, but I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and we will see you again later today. Bye.